श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर झूलन महा महोत्सव की
जय।
हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण.
Dear devotees, we welcome all of you to new Shrivas Angan as we celebrate Shri Shri Radha Vrajachandra, Shri Shri Radha Shama Sundar's very first Jhulan festival.
हरि बोल.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Bolo Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So dear devotees, today we will celebrate Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar's Jhulan festival.
हरि
It
बोल.
is one of the most important festivals for all of us who are worshippers of Radha and Krishna. Because it is this festival that Radha and Krishna enjoy the most. What is our enjoyment? What is our happiness?
Their happiness.
What is their happiness? Shri Shri Radha Krishna Prityartham. We exist to give joy and pleasure to Shri Shri Radha and Krishna. So in this regard, I would like to speak few words, and then we will have drama and kirtan and jhulan and more drama and more Vraj songs and kirtan.
हरि बोल.
Panghum langhayate shailam
मंगुलंगयते शैलम्.
mukam avartayet shrutim
मुखमावर्तयेच्युतिम्.
yat kripatamaham vande
यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे.
Krishna Chaitanyam Ishwaram.
कृष्ण चैतन्य ईश्वरम्.
Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita writes, I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a lame man can cross over a mountain. Pangum means one who is not able to walk. Langhayate means can cross over, surmount. Shailam. Shaila means mountain. Panghum langhayate shailam. Mukam avartayet shrutim. And someone who is mukha, mukha means one who cannot speak, can recite shruti, can recite the Vedas, Vedic literature. By whose mercy? By the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwar. I offer my obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dumb person can recite the Vedas, even a lame person can cross over mountains. How many of you would like to receive the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Hare Krishna. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj further writes, this is the Ante Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, first chapter. Vrindavaniyam rasakeli vartam
वृन्दावनीयां रसकेलिवार्तां.
kalena luptam nija shakti ukkaha
कालेन लुप्तां निजशक्तिमुक्तः.
sancharya rupe vyatanot punasa
सञ्चार्य रूपे व्यतनोत् पुनश्च.
prabhur vidhau pragivaloka shrishtim.
प्रभुर्विदौ प्रागिवलोकसृष्टिम्.
Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj is writing, before the creation of this cosmic manifestation, Lord Krishna enlightened the heart of Lord Brahma. That's better. Thank you. Lord Brahma enlightened the heart of Lord Krishna. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavi. Adi Kavi Brahmaji was enlightened with Shabda Brahman, the Vedic knowledge, with the details of creation and manifested the Vedic knowledge. The Vedic knowledge was manifested through Lord Brahma by Krishna. In exactly the same way, Lord Krishna, being anxious to revive the Vrindavan pastimes of Lord Krishna, Vrindavaniyam Rasakeli Vartam, Kalena Luptam, the Vrindavan pastimes had got lost with the influence of time. This world, after Lord Krishna disappeared from this world, this entire world forgot about Vrindavan. Vrindavan became a deserted forest. Everyone forgot. And Shri Krishna wanted to revive. And therefore, Nija Shakti Utkaha. Shri Krishna, in the form of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, impregnated the heart of Shri Rupa Goswami with spiritual potency, Chid Shakti. By this potency, Srila Rupa Goswami could revive the activities of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. Activities almost lost to memory. In this way, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread Krishna consciousness throughout the whole world through Shri Rupa Goswami. That is the importance of Srila Rupa Goswami. And what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is the Tithi of Srila Rupa Goswami. Haribol. Haribol. Shri Rup Shri Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha.
Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha.
Shri Rup Shri Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha.
Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha. Kaviraj Goswami is saying, I offer my obeisances to Shri Rup, Shri Sanatan, Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva, Shri Gopala Bhatta, and Das Raghunath Goswami, the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. By their mercy, all the impediments on the path of our spiritual progress are destroyed. How many of you would like that?
Haribol.
And Abhishta Puran, whatever is the deepest spiritual desire in your heart, your spiritual ambition, that will be fulfilled by the mercy of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugau Shri Jiva Gopalaka. Etha Prabhu Agya Rupa Aila Vrindavana.
Eta Prabhu Agya Rupa Aila Vrindavana.
Krishna Leela Nataka Nitya Hailamana. On the order of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Rupa Goswami, he went to Vrindavan. And after staying in Vrindavan for some time, Shri Rupa Goswami had a desire to come to Jagannath Puri to meet Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu one more time. And as Shri Rupa Goswami was walking all the way from Shri Vrindavan Dham to Shri Jagannath Puri Dham, which I calculated on Google Maps, it is exactly 1000 kilometers. If you draw a straight line. Without footwear, as a Babaji, with no paved roads, no motels, no Patel brothers, nothing. Shri Rupa Goswami walked barefoot, having been the chief minister of the entire Bengal. Bengal was very huge. It included West Bengal and Bangladesh. Such a big country's chief minister, Rupa Goswami was. He gave all that up to walk barefoot from Shri Vrindavan Dham all the way to Shri Jagannath Puri Dham just to meet Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is called love. And even as he is walking, he does not want to waste time. Because Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had told him previously, I want you to write books about Krishna consciousness. So while walking, he is thinking what he is going to write in his books. and he composes the verses in the daytime. At night, when he sits down with a candle lamp, he starts writing the books. Next day morning, again he walks. At night, he writes. All the while thinking. Krishna Lila Natak Karite Hailaman. He developed a desire to write a natak, a drama, explaining the pastimes of Lord Krishna. वृंदावने नाटकेर आरंभ करीला
वृंदावने नाटकेरा आरंभ करीला
मंगलाचरण नंदी शोक तथा लिखिला
मंगलाचरण नंदी शोक तथा लिखिला.
Rupa Goswami started writing this drama even when he was in Vrindavan and continued writing it as he travelled towards Jagannath Puri. पथे चली ऐसे नाटकेर घटना भाविते कड़ चाकरिया किछु लागिला लिखिते. The beginning, called Nandi Ghosh, is the beginning preface of the drama that he wrote in Vrindavan. But as he was walking, the subsequent acts of the drama, and today we are going to watch two dramas. Sri Rupa Goswami would think of it in the daytime, and at night he would start writing it. Continue to write it, not wasting any time. Avyartha kalatvam. If from today's discussion you want to take home one message, then let it be this. A devotee never wastes time. Avyartha kalatvam. Let this be our internal mantra. Reminding ourselves, I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste time. Avyartha kalatvam. Sri Rupa Goswami, think of him, he's chanting, he's thinking of the drama, and at night he's writing. Not wasting a moment. Ei mate dui bhai gauda deshe aila.
Ei mate dui bhai gauda deshe aila.
Gaude asi anupamer ganga prapti haila.
Gaude asi anupamer ganga prapti haila.
From Sri Vrindavan Dham, two brothers. Who? Rupa Goswami and? Hi, everybody's sleeping. Anupam. Sanatana Goswami did not meet Sri Rupa Goswami. He was in jail when Rupa Goswami left Bengal and went to Vrindavan. He was released later on. But now, Sri Rupa Goswami is walking with Anupam all the way from North India, Uttar Pradesh, Vrindavan, and they are coming to Jagannath Puri. But as they travel south, on the way there is Navadvip, Gaudadesh, Bengal, and then there is Orissa. As they are coming, while crossing the Ganga, on the banks of Ganga, the younger brother of Rupa Goswami, Anupam, died. Hare Krishna. In those days, no hospitals, urgent cares, ERs, no antibiotics. You get some infection, something happens, you're walking in the forest, you step on a thorn, you get abscess, sepsis, and you die. Hare Krishna. Anupam died before he could meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And a euphemism is used. Harsh language is not used in the Shastra. Euphemism is used. Ganga Prapti Haila. To indicate that he died, the word used is Ganga Prapti. He obtained Ganga. Ganga Devi. Means he left for the heavenly abode, Akash Ganga. Rupa Gosai Prabhu Pashe Karila Gamana. Prabhu Re Dekhite Tara Utkandhita Mana. So after Anupam died in Nadia, on the banks of Ganga, very auspicious departure, Rupa Goswami travelled alone further south for several more weeks and came to Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he came to Jagannath Puri Dham, he saw the big temple of Lord Jagannath. He was very excited. Utkandhita means he was very eager and excited. For what? To meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anupamer lagi tara kichu ilam haila.
Anupamer lagi tara kichu ilam haila.
Bhaktagana bhasha aila lagana paila. Sudden departure, Rupa Goswami was delayed in coming to Jagannath Puri because when Anupam died, he had to perform the last rites for Anupam. So he was delayed by a few days. And when he came to Jagannath Puri, he met all the devotees in Jagannath Puri. Udiya Desha Satya Bhama Purana Me Grama Eka Ratri Se Grame Karila Vishrama. When Srila Rupa Goswami from Bengal came to Odisha, he came to a village called Satyabhamapur, the village of Satyabhama. And at night he rested in that village. That night he had a dream. Rupa Goswami had a dream on his way to Jagannath Puri. Ratre swapne dekhe ek divya rupa nari. Sammukhe asiya ajna dilabahu kripa kari. That night in his dream, Srila Rupa Goswami saw a very beautiful divine lady, Divya Rupa Nari. She came in front of Rupa Goswami in the dream, Ajna Dila, and gave an order to Srila Rupa Goswami in the dream. It is called Swapna Ajna, order given in the dream. And Bahu Kripa Kari, and gave lot of mercy to Rupa Goswami and said, Amara natak pritha karah rachana. Amara kripate natak haive vilakshana. Satyabhama Devi came in the dream of Rupa Goswami in her village Satyabhamapur at night and said, you are writing a drama about Krishna Lila. Amara nataka prithak karah rachan. Rachan means compose it, write it. Prithak means separate. O Rupa Goswami, Amara natak, my drama where you write about me, keep it separate from Vrindavan. Don't mix the two. Keep them prithak, separate. If you do that, by my mercy, Amara kripate natak haive vilakshan. Your drama will become very beautiful, very attractive, and it will give a lot of joy to the devotees. Swapna dekhi Rupa Goswami karila vichara. Satyabhamar agya pritha natak karibara. After seeing that dream, Srila Rupa Goswami, he thought, oh, looks like Satyabhama Devi wants me to write two different dramas. One about Vrindavan Leela, one about Dwarka Leela. Vrajapura Leela ekatra kari yachi ghatana. Vrajapura Leela ekatra kari yachi ghatana. Dui bhaga kari ebe kari murachana. Dui bhaga kari ebe kari murachana. I was writing Krishna Leela. Krishna Leela is only one. Srimad Bhagavatam is just 1/10 canto. All Krishna Leela is there. But now, hearing Satyabhama Devi, I am thinking I should make two parts, Dui Bhag. I should separate Vrindavan Leela and Dwarka Leela. Bhavite bhavite shigra aila Neela chale. Bhavite bhavite shigra aila Neela chale. Asi uttarila Hari Das vasasthale. Asi uttarila Hari Das vasasthale. Thinking like this and going on composing that beautiful natak, the drama of Krishna Leela, Sri Rupa Goswami came to Jagannath Puri, Nilachal. And when he came there, he had no place to stay. Rupa Goswami was so humble that just because he had served the meat eaters, he did not want to live with the high-class devotees like Swarup Damodar Goswami or Ramananda Rai or Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Chikhi Mahiti. No. He considered himself too fallen. But there was one person with whom he could stay. And that person was Haridas Thakur Maharaj. Because he was also in the same boat. Same Nauka Vihar. So he came to the residence place of Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. And that place is called Siddha Bakul in Jagannath Puri. Haridasa Thakur Tare Bahu Kripa Kaila. Haridasa Thakur Tare Bahu Kripa Kaila. Tumi Asi De More Prabhu Je Kahila. Tumi Asi De More Prabhu Je Kahila. Haridas Thakur saw Sri Rupa Goswami Goswami, who had been walking for weeks and weeks and weeks barefoot without proper food and water, Haridas Thakur welcomed him. Welcomed him, brought him inside his little kutir, just a small little kutir, and said, "You are going to come to Jagannath Puri. This was told to me by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That just wait, my Rupa Goswami will come. I was already told by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you will be coming. Tumi asibe more Prabhu je kahila." Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told me that you are going to come. I was waiting for you. Upal bhoga dekhi hari dase re dekhi ke.
Upal bhoga dekhi hari dase re dekhi ke.
Prabhi dina aise Prabhu aila achambhi ke. It was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dinacharya, daily schedule, that he would wake up really early in the morning, many hours before sunrise. He would go to the ocean, take his bath, and then he would sit quietly in Gambhira and he would chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Then he would go to take darshan of Lord Jagannath with his devotees. And there he would do kirtan, Nam Sankirtan, all morning. Then there is the first offering to Lord Jagannath in the morning, that is called Upalabhog. First major offering. And that Upalabhog Prasad, breakfast Prasad, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu every day would bring to Siddha Bakul for Srila Haridas Thakur, because Haridas Thakur was not allowed to eat with the devotees or go to Jagannath temple. So Jagannath's Mahaprasad would be brought by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself for Haridas Thakur every day. Rupa danda vata kare Haridas kahila.
Rupa danda vata kare Haridas kahila.
Haridase mili Prabhu rupe alila.
Haridase mili Prabhu rupe alila.
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that day came to Siddha Bakul, to the bhajan kutir of Srila Haridas Thakur, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Haridas Thakur and embraced him as he would do every day. But today, Sri Haridas Thakur said, Haridasa Kahila. What did he say? Rupa Dandavat Kare. Mahaprabhu, you are embracing me, but look, there is somebody else who is offering obeisances to you. Give him also attention. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, look, it was Haridas Thakur who was pointing out to Rupa Goswami. Imagine the joy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is seeing that Rupa Goswami has come to meet him all the way to Jagannath. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Rupa Goswami, who was very shy, offering pranam from a distance. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picked up Rupa Goswami and embraced him. Hari Dasa Rupe Laya Prabhu Vasila Ekasthane.
Haridasa rupe laya Prabhu vasila ekasthane.
Kushal Prashna Ishta Goshti Kailaka Sakshane. Taking Haridas Thakur with one hand and Rupa Goswami with other hand, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and sat on a raised platform. Both of them sat at his feet. All the devotees also sat at the feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started asking questions to Sri Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami, welcome to Jagannath Puri. How are you doing? How is your bhajan going?
Okay.
How is your seva in Vrindavan? Asking about welfare. Ishta Goshti means some personal discussion generally centered around Ishtadev Krishna. Sanatan Nirvata Jabe Gosai Puchila.
Sanatan Nirvata Jabe Gosai Puchila.
Rupa Kahe Tara Sange Dekhana Haila.
Rupa Kahe Tara Sange Dekhana Haila.
Sri Rupa Goswami, he informed about the passing away of Anupam. And then Rupa Goswami was asked by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how is Sanatan Goswami, your elder brother? And Sri Rupa Goswami said, I do not know. Our paths did not cross. I have not seen him since I left Bengal. Rupetaha Vasadiya Gosai Chalila.
Rupetaha Vasadiya Gosai Chalila.
Gosaira Sangi Bhakta Rupere Milila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my dear Rupa Goswami, you stay here with Srila Haridas Thakur. Both of you stay together and I will introduce you to all the devotees. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took all the devotees and introduced each and every devotee to Sri Rupa Goswami. Because Rupa Goswami has come to Jagannath Puri for the very first time. आराधीन महाप्रभु सब भक्त लैया रूपे मिलाइला सबाय कृपा करिया. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced Sri Rupa Goswami to all the Jagannath Puri devotees, he requested all of them to bless Rupa Goswami. Please give your blessings to Rupa Goswami. He requested everyone. Sabara charana rupa karila vandana.
Sabara charana rupa karila vandana.
Kripa kari rupe sabe kaila alingana.
Kripa kari rupe sabe kaila alingana.
Shri Rupa Goswami went to Shri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Kashi Mishra, Gopinath Acharya, Chiki Mahiti, Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar Goswami, all the devotees. Brahmananda Bharati, Paramananda Puri. He went to all these devotees individually and touched their lotus feet. Sabara Charana Rupe Karila Vandan. He worshipped the lotus feet of each and every devotee of Jagannath Puri, Sri Rupa Goswami. And what did the Jagannath Puri devotees do in return? Kripa Kari Kaila Ali. They all blessed Rupa Goswami and then they embraced Rupa Goswami. The biggest wealth we can earn, my dear friends, is the goodwill and blessings of senior Vaishnavas. That is the greatest wealth. If we have the goodwill and the love and blessings of superior Vaishnavas, that is the biggest wealth. It will protect us from the greatest calamity. Advaita Nityananda Tora Dui Jane. Prabhu kahe Rupe Kripa Karakaya Mane. All the devotees, they blessed Sri Rupa Goswami. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not satisfied. Specifically, he called the two greatest devotees who were visiting from Navadvip. Because this was the Chaturmas period. Before Chaturmas period. The Bengali devotees had just arrived in Jagannath Puri. Specifically, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called out two devotees. Shri Advaita Acharya and Shri Nityananda, and said, both of you, please bless this Rupa Goswami. Specifically bless him with your body and with your mind. Kaya mani. With your body means you put the dust of your feet on his head. You put your hand on his head. Physically bless him. And from your mind, your heart, you pour your blessings for Rupa Goswami. Specifically, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu petitioned Shri Advaita Acharya and Shri Nityananda Prabhu to bless Shri Rupa Goswami. Means Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was really serious. He was not satisfied with just formally, yes. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Krishna Mati Rastu. No, he really wanted Rupa Goswami to be blessed. And we will see why. Toma duhar kripa teri har ho shakti.
Toma duhar kripa teri har ho shakti.
Jate vivarite pare Krishna rasa bhakti.
Jate vivarite pare Krishna rasa bhakti.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sri Advaita Acharya and Sri Nityananda Prabhu that whatever shakti you have, whatever blessings you have, I request you, please bestow them on Sri Rupa Goswami. By your blessings, by your empowerment, I want him to be able to write Krishna Rasa Bhakti, to write about the transcendental mellows of devotional service to Sri Krishna in Vrindavan. Rupa Goswami will not be able to write unless and until you empower him. Gaudiya Udiya Jata Prabhu Bhakta Gana.
Gaudiya Udiya Jata Prabhu Bhakta Gana.
Sabar Haila Rupa Snehera Bhajana. Sabar Haila Rupa Snehera Bhajana. This is a very important point. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, whatever Bengali and Odia devotees were there with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Rupa Goswami became the object of affection and love of all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Rupa Goswami was the favorite of all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the greatest achievement in life, to become the favorite of all the devotees. You ask any devotee, what do you think of Rupa? Oh, Rupa Goswami, he is such a darling, such a wonderful, humble devotee. All blessings to him. Everybody loved Rupa Goswami. No one had any complaints against Rupa Goswami. He became Sabar Haila Snehera Bhajan. He became the object of love and affection of all the devotees. Pratidina Asi Rupe Karena Milane.
Pratidina Asi Rupe Karena Milane.
Mandire ke prasad pana dena dui jane.
Mandire ke prasad pana dena dui jane.
Every day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Pratidin, he would bring his devotees and come to Siddha Bakul to meet Sri Haridas Thakur and Sri Rupa Goswami. And every day he would bring Jagannath's Mahaprasad for both of them. Earlier he was bringing for one person. Now he is bringing for two people, two devotees. Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami. Ishta Goshti Duhasane Karika Takshana.
Ishta Goshti Duhasane Karika Takshana.
Madhyantarite Prabhu Kaila Gamana.
Madhyantarite Prabhu Kaila Gamana.
Every day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would bring brunch prasad for Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur. He would give them the prasad and sit there, and for around 2 hours, till Madhyan, till noon, he would converse, Ishtagushti, would converse about Sri Krishna with both of them, while other devotees are listening. And then he would go to do his noon duties, Gayatri, Jagannath Darshan, noon bath, etc. Ei mata pratidina prabhura vyavhara.
Ei mata pratidina prabhura vyavhara.
Prabhu kripa paya rupe ananda apara.
Prabhu kripa paya rupe ananda apara.
In this way, every day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent time with Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur. Receiving daily audience from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, receiving daily prasad from the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Rupa Goswami, who for years had written love letters to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not received any proper reply, who was missing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's association in Vrindavan also, now being with Mahaprabhu, every day getting his association. Rupera Ananda Apar. Sri Rupa Goswami experienced unprecedented joy and bliss being with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhakta Gana Laya Kaila Gundicha Marjana.
Bhakta Gana Laya Kaila Gundicha Marjana.
Ai Tota Hasi Kaila Vanya Bhojana.
Ai Tota Hasi Kaila Vanya Bhojana.
Then the time came for Gundicha Marjana. Usually a day or two before Rath Yatra, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go and cleanse the whole Gundicha temple, called as Gundicha Marjana Leela. A day before, Sri Jagannath would appear there and stay there. Prasad khaye hari bale sarva bhakta jana.
Prasad khaye hari bale sarva bhakta jana.
Dekhi Hari Dasa rupe harshita mana.
Dekhi Hari Dasa rupe harshita mana.
After doing Gundicha Marjana with all the devotees, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made all the devotees sit and take prasad. As they were taking prasad, all the devotees were very happy to have Sri Haridas Thakur and Sri Rupa Goswami in their midst. Govindwara Prabhu Shesha Prasad Paila.
Govindwara Prabhu Shesha Prasad Paila.
Preme Matta Duri Jana Nachite Lagila.
Preme Matta Duri Jana Nachite Lagila.
Not only were they happy to be there, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave special favor to Srila Haridas Thakur and Srila Rupa Goswami. After he ate, he gave his plate, his remnants, and told his servant Govinda, go and give it to Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur. And receiving that, both of them, intoxicated in love, Preme Bhakta, both of them started dancing in ecstasy. How many of you would like to receive the Mahaprasad of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Aradina Prabhu Rupe Milya Vasila.
Aradina Prabhu Rupe Milya Vasila.
Sarvagya Shiromani Prabhu Kahite Lagila. Sarvagya Shiromani Prabhu Kahite Lagila. Another day when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Rupa Goswami at Siddha Bakul, He called him. Rupa Goswami, come here. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is addressed here as Sarvagya Shiromani, the crest jewel of those who are omniscient, those who know everything. The best among them is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He called him and he spoke to Rupa Goswami. Krishna re bahira nahi kariha vajvihaiste.
Krishna re bahira nahi kariha vajvihaiste.
Raja chhadi Krishna kabu na jaya kahate.
Raja chhadi Krishna kabu na jaya kahate.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called Rupa Goswami and said, don't take Krishna out of Vrindavan. Krishna re bahira nahi kariha vraja haite means outside Vrindavan. Don't take Krishna outside Vrindavan. Vraja chhadi Krishna kabu na jaye kahate. Krishna never goes anywhere leaving Vrindavan. So don't take Krishna out of Vrindavan. You are writing Krishna Leela, you are writing Vrindavan Leela, then you are writing Krishna went to Mathura, Krishna went to Dwarka. No. It is not the same Krishna. Krishnanyo yadu sambhuto yaha purnaha swastata paraha vrindavanam parityajya sakvachinnaiva gacchati. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quoted this shloka and said that Vrajendra Nandan Krishna and the Yadu Nandan Yadav Krishna, they are two separate Krishnas. Our Krishna, Vrindavan Bihari, Vraja Chandra Krishna, Vrindavanam Parityaja Swakachi Naiva Gacchati. Never leaves Vrindavan. Please repeat. Shri Krishna never leaves Vrindavan.
Shri Krishna never leaves Vrindavan.
That's what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught Sri Rupa Goswami. So therefore, don't write that Krishna left Vrindavan. Krishna does not leave Vrindavan, never leaves Vrindavan, ever. Haribol.
Haribol.
Etaka hi Mahaprabhu madhyane chalila.
Etaka hi Mahaprabhu madhyane chalila.
Rupa Gosai mane kichu vismaya haila.
Rupa Gosai mane kichu vismaya haila.
Okay, so I'm getting orders from higher authority that we have to stop the class here. So we'll stop the class. I have 20 slides more. We'll pause it, but we'll continue in 2 sessions. Because we have to speak about Jhulan also. And Srila Rupa Goswami. But let me finish this slide. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke this. Actually, this is good that they interrupted. Because there is a change of scene after this shloka. So perfect timing. It's all Radha Vachchandra, Radha Shyam Sundar. After so Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Rupa Goswami, Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Don't take Krishna outside of Vrindavan. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got up and he said, it's time for my Gayatri. It's noon. Madhyane chalila. He went away after saying this. After Mahaprabhu left, Rupa Goswami is thinking with great surprise, how did Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come to know that I was writing one drama with Vrindavan Leela, Mathura Leela, Dwarka Leela all mixed up? How did he come to know? I have not told anybody. So now this is a reconfirmation of what Satyabhama Devi told me in the dream, that I ought to separate it into 2 dramas. They became Lalita Madhav and Vidagdha Madhav. Trick question. Brownie points, Radha Bhav, Devi Dasi, who interrupted my class, will give special sweets with the help of our Shweta Mataji. Jai Radha Vallabh Shri Harivansh.
Haribol.
To that devotee who tells me which of these 2 dramas of Sri Rupa Goswami deals with Vrindavan Leela and which deals with Dwarka Leela. 2 dramas, Lalita Madhav, Vidagdha Madhav. Yes, Ananda Mohan Prabhu.
Lalita Madhav is for Vrindavan and Vidagdha is for Dwarka.
That its counter is wrong. It's counterintuitive. Lalita Madhav, because it's Lalita Sakhi Vrindavan. No. Lalita Madhav is Dwarka Leela and Vidagdha Madhav is Vrindavan Leela. Remember, V for Vrindavan. Vidagdha Madhav. Haribol! Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Bhata Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda नाटक करीते सत्य आमा आज्ञा दिला नीलू प्रीता नाटक करीते प्रभु आज्ञा हैला Shri Rupa Goswami understood that Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling me to separate the two dramas, Vrindavan Leela and Dwarka Leela, because that is Mahaprabhu's desire. And that same thing was confirmed by Satyabhama Devi. Both said the same thing, that don't mix up this Krishna leaving Vrindavan, going to Dwarka. It's not the same Krishna. Our Krishna never leaves Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani may realize or not realize, but Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, never leaves Radharani. रथ रात्र जगन्नाथ दर्शन करिला रथ अग्रे प्रभु नृत्य कीर्तन देखिला For the first time, Sri Rupa Goswami in his life for the very first time witnessed Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra. He had never seen. So now Rath Yatra came and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees along with Rupa Goswami, this is Rupa Goswami's first Rath Yatra. How can you imagine how exciting it was for Rupa Goswami? He has heard, but he has never attended a Rath Yatra. First time he is attending the Rath Yatra. So Sri Rupa Goswami had his darshan of Jagannath during Rath Yatra, and he first time Rupa Goswami saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doing Nritya and Kirtan in front of the Rath of Jagannath. Yeah. First time Rupa Goswami is seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do dancing Kirtan in front of the Rath of Lord Jagannath. Prabhura Nritya Shloka Shuni Sri Rupa Gosai Shloka Laya Shloka Karila Kathai. During this Rath Yatra, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sang many verses. Anybody knows which verses Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited? Devaya, that is one. Jayati Jayati Devaki Nandanoyam, that verse. Then, that is from Kulashekar Maharaj's. Jayati Janani Vaso Devak from Srimad Bhagavatam. And then Naham Vipro Nachanarapatir Napi Vaishnav. All these verses Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sang in front of Jagannath. And Sri Rupa Goswami was noting down which shlokas Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was singing for Lord Jagannath. And then what happened was, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sang a very filmy song, very ordinary song, which was in a novel. Kavya Prakash is a book where, different intricacies of Kavita are described. And there is one romantic story. And in that romantic story, there's a romantic verse, which is like any Hindi, Bollywood, Hollywood type of movie. And that song Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sang during Rath Yatra amidst all these verses from the Vedas. Samanya eka shloka prabhu pade na kirtane kene shloka pade iha kena hija. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was singing these beautiful, beautiful verses, and suddenly in the middle of that, he sang a Samanya Shlok, very mundane song, which had a very mundane story. And when people heard that, everybody knew that song. Common people knew that romantic song, and they were wondering why Mahaprabhu, between Namo Brahmanya Deva and Jayati, Jayati Devo, Devaki Nandanoyam, why he's singing this filmy song. They could not understand. Sabe eka swarup posai shlokerar bhajane Shloka Rupa Paduke Karana Saswada Shloka Rupa Paduke Karana Saswada. There was only one person in the assembly who could understand why Mahaprabhu is singing that verse. And that was Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami. And in addition to that, it was Sri Rupa Goswami. All these years Mahaprabhu sing that verse, only Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami understood why Mahaprabhu is singing that verse. Could understand Mahaprabhu's heart. But this year, there was one more person in the audience. who understood why Mahaprabhu is singing this mundane song and what ras Mahaprabhu is tasting when he's singing that song. Someone other than Swarup Damodar Goswami understood, and that is Sri Rupa Goswami. Rupa Gosai Prabhu Rajaniya Abhipraya Sei Arthe Shloka Kaila Prabhu Re Jai Bhai. Rupa Goswami, he understood the Abhipraya, the heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why he's singing that song. And he did not like that Mahaprabhu, to experience that particular ras, he has to resort to a mundane song. He didn't like that. So, understanding Mahaprabhu's mood, Sri Rupa Goswami composed the original verse, perfectly matching what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was trying to taste. But for that, first you have to see what was the filmy song, the Samanya Geet, the ordinary song, mundane song that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sang. This is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was singing. This is Shardul Vikriditam Chanda. यह कौमार हरस एव हिवरस्ता एव चैत्र क्षपा तेजोन्मीलित मालती सुरभया प्रौढ़ा कदम्बानिला सा चैवास्मि तथापि तत्र सुरत व्यापार लीला विधौ रेवारोधसि वेतसि तरुतले चेतसमुत्कण्ठते In the book Kavya Prakash, there is a story of a man and a woman who are having midlife crisis. They are husband and wife, and they are going through midlife crisis. So the wife is saying that you are the same husband, I am the same wife, but I still miss that husband who used to meet me on the banks of the Narmada Nadi. Reva means Narmada. With all the fragrance of Malati flowers, Malati, Surabhaya, all the Kadamba trees on the banks of the Narmada river. At night, we used to have our rendezvous before we got married. And now we are married, now we have children, now we have this samsar. Oh, life is so mundane. I miss those carefree days before we got married during courtship, when we used to meet under the Kadamba trees on the banks of Narmada river. Such a mundane, ordinary song Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sang. And everyone was wondering, why this song? But Swarup Damodar Goswami understood, and this year, one special visitor is there, Sri Rupa Goswami. He understood exactly what Mahaprabhu is, during Rath Yatra, what he's feeling, that he has to resort to this ordinary, mundane song. So Srila Rupa Goswami, as a service to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Radha Shyam Sundar Milita Tanu, for service to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Rupa Goswami wrote something that Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has given in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Priya soyam Krishna sahachari kurukshetra milita Tathaham saradha tadidam ubhayo sangama sukham
तथा पंत खेलन मधुर मुरली पंचमजुषे मनो में कालिंदी पुलिन विपिनाय स्पृहयति माता जी प्लीज
Krishna Sadhari Guru Kirtanita
Soyam Krishna Sahacharitu Kshetra Milita
Tathaham Saradha Tadidam Mayo Sadhanamasukam
Tathaham Saradha Tadidam Ubhayo Sangama Sukham तथा पंत खेलन मधुर मुरली पंचमजुषे मनो में कालिंदी पुलिन विपनाय स्फुरयति प्रभु जी
सोयम कृष्ण सहचरि गुरु क्षेत्र मिलिता
प्रिय सोयम कृष्ण सहचरि कुरुक्षेत्र मिलिता
तथाहं साराधा तदिदं भयो संगम दुःखम्
अहं साराधा तदिदमुभयो संगम सुखम्
तथाप्यन्तः केलं मधुरमुरली पंचमजुषे
तथा पंथ खेलन मधुर मुरली पंचमजुषे
मनो मे कालिन्दी पुलिन विपिनायति
मनो में कालिंदी पुलिन विपिना प्रिययति. To understand this verse, we have to go back many years. Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna was not even 1 day old when he came to Vrindavan. He was born at night, midnight, and within few hours he was in. Where was he? In the cradle, next to Mother Yashoda. He was in Nanda Bhavan. Thank you. So from the time of his birth, our Kanha, he has grown up in Vrindavan. And he grew up really fast. He performed all his pastimes in Vrindavan. At the age of 8 years, he performed Ras Leela. And at the age of 11, somehow Akrur came and took Shri Krishna and Balaram out to Mathura from Vrindavan. Or it so appears. Everybody thinks like that. And before going, what did Shri Krishna tell the Vrajvasis? I will come back. I will come back very soon. But then Krishna went there and he killed King Kamsa, released his parents from the jail, established Maharaj Ugrasen as the king of Mathura, and then all hell broke loose. Because all the friends of Kamsa, they kept on attacking Mathura. Specifically, Jarasan's 2 daughters were married to Kamsa. So he kept on attacking. He had huge armies. And he would attack Mathura, and always Krishna was afraid that the war will spill over into nearby Vrindavan. Somehow Krishna Balaram would defeat them, and Jarasan would retreat. And again, in some time, he would come back with even larger armies, and bigger war would take place. And this went on 17 times. Finally, at the 18th attack, Krishna just left because he didn't want to endanger Vrindavan. He went to Dwarka. And then the attacks of different demons, different enemies continued. Shishupal, Dantavakra, Rukmi attacked, Shalva attacked. So many demons they attacked. Poundrak. And time went by. Rukmini wrote a letter that I will end my life if you don't marry me, if I am married off to Shishupal. So Krishna was forced to marry her. So Shri Krishna married Rukmini. Where is Rukmini? So Krishna had to marry Rukmini. Krishna says, I married you because you threatened you will end your life. He says, I did not want to marry you. I had already given my heart to Srimati Radharani. That's why in Mathura I lived for 18 years. I never married. Krishna was 11 when he came to Mathura, lived 18 years in Mathura. That means how old was he? 39. 29. 29. Till 29 he never married. Usually the prince would get married very early. Krishna did not marry. He didn't want to marry anybody because he had given his heart to Srimati Radharani. But when he went to Dwarka and he received that letter from that Brahman from Vidarbha, that Rukmini's marriage is tomorrow to Shishupal, she says, if you don't marry, then she will give up. She will perform such tapasya that very soon she will give up her life. So Shri Krishna says, I had no choice but to marry you. And then we saw in today's drama, this is all connection. But my katha was cut short. But I'm very grateful that all of you still want to hear. So then we saw how many queens did Krishna marry in the Samantak Leela? Rukmini already was married. During that Leela, so Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, then Satyabhama. And then just Krishna book describes what different pastimes happened. He married total 8 queens. And then 16,100 in one day he married. So Krishna ended up having 16,108 wives in Dwarka. And whenever some pilgrims would travel, sadhus, they would come to Vrindavan, they would give all this news to Srimati Radharani. That after going to Dwarka, Krishna has changed. In Mathura, he still remembered you. He sent Uddhav also, reinforcing that I will come. But oh Radharani, we must tell you that after going to Dwarka, something has happened to him. He is on a marriage spree. He married so many queens. Not only that, he has many sons and daughters now. 10 sons and 1 daughter from each queen. He has so many palaces, 16,108 palaces. And he has become very busy. Now he has grandchildren also. And he's involved in their marriage, this, that, everything is completely preoccupied. I don't think he even remembers Brajvasi and Vrindavan. He has left that life behind and moved on. Srimati Radharani thought that I have become irrelevant to Krishna now. Almost 100 years passed. And then one day, a messenger came from Dwarka. The messenger came to meet Nanda Baba and told Nanda Baba that there is a solar eclipse in Kurukshetra. Piya Swayam Krishna Sahachari Kurukshetra Milis. In Kurukshetra, there is going to be a solar eclipse, a very auspicious time to perform puja and austerities. So all the Dwarkavasis, Krishna has sent this message that all the Dwarkavasis, they are going to Kurukshetra. And he has invited all of you Vrindavan Vasis also to come there. So Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya could not believe. They thought Krishna had forgotten them. When they received this personal invitation from Krishna to join him in Kurukshetra, this is before the Kurukshetra war. They were very elated. Really? Krishna remembered us? Yes, he has sent a personal invitation. He wants all of you Vrijvasis to come. So the news spread like wildfire. Already they were in the fire of separation from Krishna. But this letter of Krishna, this message of Krishna, it was a hope-giving, life-giving incident in the life of the Braj, the dry life of the Brajvasis. We never celebrate Rath Yatra in Vrindavan because Rath, it causes a lot of anxiety to the Brajvasis. In today's drama, when Shridama went from Barsana to Yavat to call Radharani, Vrishabhanu Maharaj sent a bullock cart, not a Rath. Rath causes a lot of trauma to the Brajvasis. First trauma was when Akrur came to take Krishna Balram away. Second was when he actually left with Krishna Balram the next day on his Rath. Third trauma was when Uddhav came in that Rath. Because the Brajvasis' hope was that Rath is coming. They saw from a distance Krishna must be there. There is someone on the Rath who looks just like Krishna. Oh no, it is Uddhav, not Krishna. And then Balramji came in a Rath from Dwarka. And that time also they were saying, is there Krishna? Maybe he's behind Balram. Oh no, Dauji came alone. No Krishna. And now also this messenger came on a Rath. But there was no Krishna there. So Rath means trauma for Brajvasis. Therefore, we don't even utter the word Rath in Vrindavan. You will never see Rath Yatra in Vrindavan. Rath Yatra is meant to bring Krishna to Vrindavan. So what is the point of Rath Yatra in Vrindavan? So anyway, this messenger, his news spread all over Vrindavan and everyone was very happy. And Nanda Baba called a meeting and asked the Brajvasis who would like to come to Kurukshetra for the upcoming solar eclipse. And everybody raised their hands. This is our chance to meet Krishna. Even though it will be under circumstances that we never expected, we thought he will come to Vrindavan and we'll meet him here. But nevertheless, it's an opportunity to see Krishna after almost 100 years. We'll all go. So the innocent Brajvasis, they all got ready to go to Kurukshetra to meet Krishna after so many years. You can only imagine the feelings each Brajvasi was thinking. Will Krishna remember me? Will he remember how we used to play? Will he remember that day when he came to my house for prasad? Elders were thinking, does Krishna still remember how he would steal? How he would untie the calves before it was time to milk the cows and we used to chase after him and he would run away? How I would make him dance to give few morsels of Makhan Mishri? Will that, now he has become Dwarkadish, will he remember me? All the Brajvasis were thinking, you can imagine what Radharani was thinking, the excitement she was feeling. And everybody went. The servants went, Chitrak, Raktak, Patrak. The Gopsakhas went, the friends of Krishna. The elder Gopas and Gopis went. And Srimati Radharani also went with her Sakhis. When they reached Kurukshetra, Dwarkadish Krishna was told that many residents from Vrindavan have come on your invitation. So Krishna asked his wives and Vasudev Maharaj and Devaki Mata, can I go and meet them? He said, yes, please go. So there was a separate place in Kurukshetra where all the Brajvasis, they set up their camp and they were living. They were staying there. So Shri Krishna came to meet them. First, he met Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maiya, his parents. First, Krishna went to meet them. And they embraced Krishna. Krishna touched their feet, asked them how they were, thanked them for coming to Kurukshetra all the way from Vrindavan. And after spending some time with Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maiya, Krishna noticed that my friends are waiting. And then behind his friends, he saw Srimati Radharani. But Shri Krishna wanted to run to Srimati Radharani, but he could not. First, he has to follow etiquette. He has to meet his parents. Then there were the friends of Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda, the neighbors of Krishna, the elder Gopas and Gopis. And Krishna met them and embraced them, touched their feet, took their blessings, spoke to them. And Radharani is waiting behind the crowd. Then Shri Krishna went and met his friends. Those friends with whom he used to play throughout his childhood. And they spoke to Krishna. They were saying, Krishna, you have become very big man. And Krishna is still quite formal. He's the king, Dwarkadhish. But he meets his friends, embraces them, they talk for some time, and Radharani is still waiting. It's getting late. Radharani was waiting for such a long time to meet Krishna. Throughout the way from Vrindavan to Kurukshetra, she was anticipating, how will it be when I meet Krishna? How will it be when I meet Krishna? And now that moment is coming, but it's dragging on and dragging on and dragging on. And Krishna is meeting the last of his friends. Krishna meets everyone. And finally, he looks towards Srimati Radharani, who's standing at the very back with some of her friends. Sri Krishna goes, but he does not go alone. He's surrounded by Uddhav, he's surrounded by Satyaki, Kritavarma, because these ministers don't leave Dwarkadish for security reasons. Hare Krishna. So Sri Krishna, he goes to meet the Vraj Gopis. And then he goes and stands in front of Srimati Radharani. And it is so awkward. They are meeting, but it is so different. It's not the same. Krishna is not alone. He has Balaram with him. He has Satyaki, Kritavarma, Uddhav, and other ministers, bodyguards. They're all standing next to Krishna. And Srimati Radharani just looks at Krishna and says, Krishna says, how are you? Do you remember me? Shri Krishna is asking Radharani, do you remember me? So Srimati Radharani just keeps looking at Krishna. And then Shri Krishna asks Radharani, can you tell me how things are with you? Did you get married? Do you have a family? How are your in-laws? Do you have any children? All these questions Krishna is asking. And Srimati Radharani is feeling so hurt hearing all this. And then Shri Krishna says, I have not forgotten my promise. I will come back to Vrindavan sometime. I don't know when. I still have some duties to do. But sometime in the future, I will come to Vrindavan. And Radharani is not saying anything. Then finally, Shri Krishna tells Radharani, why don't you speak something? I'm talking to you. I came to meet you. I also have to go. I cannot be here all the time. I have other things to do. And Srimati Radharani is just crying, looking at the ground. Shri Krishna asks her, oh Radhe, are you not happy to meet me? And Srimati Radharani says, you are the same Krishna. And I am the same Radharani. But I am not happy. I am not feeling happiness meeting you. Krishna says, why? If you are the same Radha and I am the same Krishna, why don't you feel happy meeting me? Then Srimati Radharani says, oh Krishna, you are hardly the Krishna who I knew as a young girl. You are hardly the Krishna who I grew up with. Just look at you. Instead of your silk uttariya, you are wearing armor. Your chest that I used to embrace is covered by a steel armor. That waist cloth where you would tuck your flute, murli, there is a golden belt and there is a steel sword instead of a flute. Your soft curly black hair would be covered by a turban decorated with forest flowers and peacock feather. In the place of the peacock feather and a turban, I see this heavy crown. In Vrindavan, you would walk bare feet, but I see you are wearing royal shoes. In Vrindavan, you would be surrounded by Sridama, Sudam, Madhumangal, Stoka Krishna. And here you are surrounded by Akrur, Satyaki, Uddhav, and others. In Vrindavan, you would take care of the cows, and your cows are always around you. But here I see horses and elephants and chariots. Therefore, Krishna, I was having so much anticipation about our meeting after almost 100 years. But after this meeting, I'm not feeling happy. In fact, I'm feeling worse than before. It's just not the same. It is like I'm meeting a different person. But I think it is all because of Sthandosh and Sangadosh. I still have hope that if you come back to Vrindavan and you are reunited with your Vrajvasi devotees in the environment of Vrindavan, you will become who you were again. And therefore, O Krishna, it is my desire that we go back to Vrindavan right now. Let's go back to Kalindi, River Yamuna, Kalinda Pulina, last line. Mano me Kalindi. Let us go to the bank of the river Yamuna, and in the Vipina, in the forests around Yamuna, we will go. There is Govardhan, there is Radhakund, Shamkund, Vrajraj, and your flute is still there in Vrindavan. We have kept it very carefully. And on that flute, you play the fifth note, Panchamajusham. And there in Vrindavan, I will be happy. Where there is Yamuna, there is Govardhan, there is Vrajraj, and there are the Vrajvasis. I'm not happy here in Kurukshetra. This place doesn't give me any happiness. So please get on this Rath, and I will personally take you back to Vrindavan. And that is the Rath Yatra, where Srimati Radharani places Jagannath Krishna on the Rath, and she's pulling Krishna from Kurukshetra, which is Nilachal, to Sundarachal, Gundicha, which is Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu wanted to express this, but there was no such verse in the Vaishnava literature. The closest resemblance was that mundane story, where the 40-year-old wife is having midlife crisis and she's remembering her romantic days. So poor Mahaprabhu had no choice but to sing that verse. But today, Srila Rupa Goswami has written a completely authentic, perfectly devotional verse, exactly mapping the internal mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because that Dwarkadhish Krishna who came to Kurukshetra is Jagannath. And that Srimati Radharani who traveled from Vrindavan to Kurukshetra to meet Krishna is Srimati. That Srimati Radharani is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is in Radha Bhav. So here, Radha Bhav Bhavit Mahaprabhu is meeting Dwarkadhish Krishna, who is Jagannath. And Kurukshetra is the place where they meet. And from Jagannath Puri, which is Kurukshetra, Srimati Radharani wants to take Jagannath to Sundarachal, which is Gundicha, which is Vrindavan. So therefore, Sri Rupa Goswami wrote this verse. Priya soyam Krishna sahachari Kurukshetra milita. My dear Krishna, after a long time today we have met in Kurukshetra. Tathaham saradha tadidam ubhayo sangama sukham. And I am that same Radha and you are that same Krishna, and we are meeting here in Kurukshetra. But this Sangam, this meeting, is not giving me any sukh. It is not giving me any joy. Tatha panta khelan madhura murali panchamajushe. My heart longs to hear the fifth note of the flute that you play in Vrindavan, not the shankha. We saw in the drama, Krishna blew the shankha to challenge Jambavan. Radharani says, in Kurukshetra, you blow the conch shell, your Panchajanya conch shell. What did Krishna do in Kurukshetra war? He blew his Panchajanya conch shell. Radharani says, no, no, no. I don't want conch shell. I want the Murali, the Venu Madhuri, the sweet song of your flute, especially the Pa. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa. Pancham Swar. That Pa, fifth note, is specifically for Madhurya Ras. And that Pa, fifth note, manifests as the Kam Gayatri mantra that we get during second initiation. Hare Krishna. Radharani says, I want to hear the Panchama Swar of your Murali. Mano me kalindi pulina vipinaya sprihayati. Srimati Radharani is saying, even here with you, standing in Kurukshetra, my mind is running to the banks of Kalindi Yamuna and the Kadamba Vipin, the forest on the banks of Yamuna. That is what is manifesting in my heart, which means Srimati Radharani, even in Kurukshetra, is remembering Vrindavan. And she wants to bring Krishna to Vrindavan back. So this verse was written by Srila Rupa Goswami. But Srila Rupa Goswami, being naturally very shy, he did not share it with anybody. He just wrote it on a leaf. तालपत्रे श्लोक लिखी चाले ते राखीला समुद्र स्नान करी बारे रूप गोसाई गेला. Sri Rupa Goswami, the next day after Rath Yatra, on a leaf, he wrote the shloka that we recited just now. And then he put it on top of the thatched hut of Siddha Bakul, and he went to the ocean to take bath. That day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came earlier than usual. Mahaprabhu is Leela Vihari. He na kale Prabhu aila tahare nilite. Kale shloka dekhi Prabhu lagila padite. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed up early. Haridas Thakur had taken his bath and come back. Rupa Goswami was still taking bath. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Siddha Bakul, reached straight for the roof of the thatched hut, pulled out that leaf and read that verse. Padhite lakila. Shloka padi Prabhu sukhe khema vishna haila. Ena kale Rupa Gosai sanakari aila. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu read that verse and Mahaprabhu understood who had written it, with what intention, and Mahaprabhu loved that composition of Srila Rupa Goswami because it exactly expressed the ecstatic feelings that he was experiencing. So Mahaprabhu became Prema Vishtahila, he became filled with love and joy. Hena Kale, at that time, Rupa Goswami Snanakari Aila. Rupa Goswami finished his bath and he came at Siddha Bakul, just as Mahaprabhu had relished that verse. Prabhu dekhi dandavata prangane padila. Oh, Prabhu tare thapad mari kahite lagila. As soon as Sri Rupa Goswami saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he immediately offered obeisances. We should offer obeisances where we are. When we see Sri Guru or a respectable person, we should not wait to go to a clean place or a convenient place and then offer obeisances. The place from where we see Sri Guru, immediately we should offer obeisances. Even if it is raining and it's all wet, we should not think that, okay, let me go to a dry place. Shastra says, when you see Sri Guru for the first time, wherever you are, immediately you get. Have you seen Radhesham Prabhu giving class in GEV? And as soon as he notices, jumps. Once when I was in JJ, once Gaurang Prabhu did not come, he sent Govind Prabhu to give class. I still remember. So in those days, no cell phones. No, this is 1998, 1999. Cell phones came in 2000, 2001. So no cell phones. So these brahmacharis would come in a black yellow cab from Radha Gopinath Mandir to JJ Hospital. And at that time, we would be waiting. Half an hour before only we would go with bead bag. We would be standing there waiting when they come because they came with a big bucket of khichdi. So we would be waiting. So that day, Bombay, you know how it rains. 4 months, practically every single day it will rain without fail. So it had rained, everything was wet, and we are waiting there for Gaurang Prabhu. But Govind Prabhu shows up. And Govind Prabhu came. As soon as the taxi door opened, there were all puddles. So I thought I will go in front of a shop because shops have some covering, and in the dry area I will offer because kapde some Bombay dirty road, everything will get wet. Practical. You have to be practical. so I went in front of the shop and offered obeisance in the dry place. But Shamlal Prabhu is a internal medicine doctor at Bhaktivedanta Hospital. He is 2 years senior to me. He offered obeisances exactly where he was standing immediately. As soon as Govind Prabhu saw Govind Prabhu, he offered full pranam. And that had such an impression on my mind that, oh, this is the etiquette. Where you see immediately offer obeisances there. Don't go to a convenient place. So Rupa Goswami, he's not waiting for, I just took bath, let me, thoda sa. No. As soon as he saw Mahaprabhu, in the prangan only, in the courtyard, he offered obeisances. And what did Mahaprabhu do? He went to Rupa Goswami and he slapped him. Lovingly slapped him. He lovingly slapped him. Prabhu tare jhapad mari kahite lag and spoke to him. Guda mora hriday tumi janila ke mane. Hriday tumi janila ke mane. Eta kahi rupe kaila veda alingane. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Rupa Goswami, my heart is so deep. It is called Gambhir. It's very deep. Gudha Hriday. How did you understand what is in my heart? Saying this, Mahaprabhu not gave a alingan. What did he give? Drid alingan. He gave a tight, loving embrace. How could you understand my heart? Shri Chaitanya, Manobhishtam Sthapitapena, Bhutale Shri Rupa Kadamahyam. That is Rupa Goswami understood the Manobhishtam of Mahaprabhu. This is the Praman. Say shloka laya Prabhu Swarupe dekhai. Come here, everybody. Swarupe rapeksha lagi tahare puchhela. We're almost done. Rupa Goswami took that leaf where the shlok was there. Says, Rupa Goswami, how did you understand my heart? Swarup Damodar Goswami, come here. Ramananda Rai, come here. It is said Swarup Damodar Goswami, but actually Mahaprabhu called everybody. And he showed them the verse. Said, look, our Rupa Goswami has written this verse. It is so beautiful, so beautiful. Look, read. And he says, come on, you, Swarup Damodar Goswami, you look and see if there is any mistake. Correct this verse. Mora antarvata rupa janila ke mane. Oh, Swarup hai jani kripa kariya apane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Swarup Damodar Goswami, how did Rupa Goswami understand my heart? I was singing that verse, nobody understood. They were perhaps in their mind making fun of me. Mahaprabhu has that little fault. He still remembers movie songs. But how did Rupa Goswami understand? And Swarup Damodar Goswami replied, he has understood because you have given your kripa. Jani, because kripa kariya chapane. You have given your kripa, you have given your mercy. Therefore, Rupa Goswami has understood your heart, which means we cannot understand Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart unless Mahaprabhu gives his mercy. Anyatha e artha kara nahi bhaya dhyana. Swarup Damodar Goswami says, it is my anuman, it is my estimation that you have given your special mercy to Rupa Goswami. That's why he has understood your heart. Otherwise, it is not possible to understand what is in your heart. I think you have given him mercy already. Purve. Prabhu kahe iho amay prayage milila. Yogya patra jani hai mora kripa dhaila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Swarup Damodar Goswami, you are right. This Rupa Goswami had met me previously in Prayag. And I gave my special kripa, my special mercy to him. But why? Yogya Patra Jan. By knowing and understanding that Rupa Goswami was a very fit, deserving candidate for my mercy. And what qualities Sri Rupa Goswami has, some of them we saw. How he touched the feet of each and every Jagannath Puri Vasi, associate of Mahaprabhu. How he took the dust from their feet, how he glorified them, and how they all gave their mercy to him. Sri Rupa Goswami was very qualified yet very humble. It is possible to be humble when we are not doing great things. Sitting in front of Gauranga Prabhu, it is easy to feel humble. कुछ नहीं किया. इन्होंने कितना किया है? I have not done anything. But to be very accomplished and genuinely be humble, that takes a lot of caliber. To be very qualified, yet to be very humble, that is kripa. That is kripa. Rupa Goswami was very qualified, but he was very, very humble. Very humble. Yogya Patra Jani Ihai Mora Kripata Haila. Because he was therefore they say, first deserve, then desire. Sri Rupa Goswami was a deserving candidate. He did not have to ask Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu, मेरे को Rupa Goswami बना दो ना, मेरे को top devotee बना दो ना आपका. No. He never had to ask. Mahaprabhu made him because he was qualified. He gave that mercy. Vrindavane jaha tumi raniha vrindavane ekha bara iha pata sanatane. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looked at Rupa Goswami and said, Rupa Goswami, you are the recipient of my mercy. Now go to Vrindavan and stay in Vrindavan. Vrindavane jaha tumi and rahiha Vrindavan. Go to Vrindavan, not to visit. I am making you a Vrajvasi. Go and live in Vrindavan. But when you go there after some time, send your brother Sanatan to meet me. एक बार यहाँ पाठा यहाँ सनातन है. एक बार सनातन गोस्वामी को भेज देना. When you go, please tell Sanatan Goswami he has to come and meet me. And what should you do in Vrindavan? Vraje jai rasa shastra kari hari rupa. Kari hari rupa dukha tirtha sabataha kariha prachar. And Rupa Goswami, when you go to Vrindavan, there you write Rasa Shastra, Bhakti Rasamrit. You write Rasa Shastra so that the future generations of Gaudiya Vaishnava devotees will know what is Bhakti Ras. What is the meaning of the word Ras? Okay. I will tell the meaning of Ras. Remember it, okay? Everybody. Ras is the bliss that Sri Krishna and his devotees experience in their individual loving relationship with each other. So Krishna and Rupa Manjari. Sri Krishna and Rupa Manjari. Rupa Manjari is serving Radharani and Radharani is with Krishna. So this bliss that they experience in that relationship of Manjari, that is called Ras. So it can be Madhura Ras, it can be Vatsalya Ras between Yashoda and Yashoda Dulal Krishna. It can be Sakhya Ras between Madhumangal and Krishna. The Ras flavor is different, but Ras means the taste, the joy, the bliss that you experience in your individual relationship with Krishna in the perfected state. Sometimes we say, na, कि अरे वो दोनों कुछ अलग ही रस है. We are using the word Ras very cheaply. Ras is between Krishna and his pure devotee in the perfected stage of bhakti. Sri Rupa Goswami has to write Rasa Shastra, scriptures giving in detail knowledge about the Rasa. And Lupta Tirtha Sabataha Kariha Pracharan. There are lost holy places in Vrindavan which Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami have to rediscover. Lost holy places. With this mission, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sending Srila Rupa Goswami to Vrindavan. And last verse. Eta kahila punarupera milana. Iha jai shune pae chaitanya charana. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, in this way I have written about the meeting of Sri Rupa Goswami and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. Punah Milan. Because they had met in Ramakeli, they had met in Prayag, and now they are meeting in Jagannath Puri. Anyone who hears about this meeting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Rupa Goswami at Siddha Bakul, the interaction during Rath Yatra, the composition of the special verse, receiving the kripa of Mahaprabhu and the devotees, anyone who hears this, Iha Jai Shune Pae Sri Chaitanya Charan. That devotee will attain the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyone who hears this story of Sri Rupa Goswami meeting Mahaprabhu in Vrindavan. So Sri Rupa Goswami was sent to Vrindavan by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And one of the services given were Lupta Tirtha Pracharan. You have to discover the holy places and bring glory to those holy places. Once Sri Rupa Goswami was sitting in Vrindavan and he was doing his bhajan, he was chanting Hare Krishna, and he noticed that a cow comes on a little mound of earth and pours her milk on that mound. So Sri Rupa Goswami, he went and he started digging a little bit and he saw the top knot of Govinda. So Krishna also, he takes his hair and he ties a top knot. So in every murti of Krishna, you see there's a top knot. We use it to put the hair nicely, kesh and then turban, but actually it is a top knot of Krishna. Rupa Goswami felt the top knot of Govinda and he dug around and he found Govinda Dev. Srimati Radharani came later on by the mercy of Sri Janava Thakurani, but Rupa Goswami found only Govinda Dev, this Govinda Dev. He was discovered by Sri Rupa Goswami in Vrindavan. Actually, this murti was carved by Vajranam 5,000 years ago under the guidance of Uttara Devi, Maharaj Parikshit's mother. And then when the invaders came from northwest, the Mughal invaders came 1,000 years ago, they completely destroyed Vrindavan. And the pujaris, they buried the principal deities of Vrindavan underground to protect them. That was the only way to protect. Otherwise, these Mughals had a reputation of destroying all the deities. So Madan Mohan, Govinda Dev, Gopinath, these deities, they were buried in underground. And Rupa Goswami rediscovered Govinda Dev. So he brought out Govinda Dev with the help of some Brajvasis and established very simple seva under trees. Later on, when Tapan Mishra and his wife, they passed away, their son Raghunath Bhatta Goswami came to Vrindavan. He became associate of Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. And Rupa and Sanatan Goswami never ever in their life gave Diksha to anybody. Not one person. But they appointed Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami as the Diksha Gurus. Srila Jiva Goswami also never initiated anybody. It's their lila. They have their reasons. So Rupa and Sanatan Goswamis, they were Shiksha Guru to Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, but they made him the Diksha Guru. So Raja Mansingh became an initiated disciple of Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami. And in Guru Dakshina, he said, Gurudev, I want to do some service for you. Please tell me what to do. Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami said, Sri Rupa Goswami's Govinda Dev lives under trees. Raja Mansingh, if you want to do something, build a beautiful temple for Govinda Dev. That time Akbar was in rule. So Raja Mansingh, who was one of the Navaratna in the court of Maharaj Akbar, he took permission and he got the red sandstone, which was only allowed for Mughal buildings, Mughal monuments. He got a sanction from Akbar. Akbar sanctioned the release of those red stones, and that red stone was used to build the beautiful temple of Govinda Dev. And then Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Bhatt Goswami and all the other Goswamis, they established wonderful service of Madan Mohan and Govinda Dev. And today is Radha Govinda Jhulan Festival. This is the connection. It is Srila Rupa Goswami, this is eternal pastime, but Srila Rupa Goswami, he established as part of Bhakti Ras, he established Radha Govinda Jhulan. And Sri Rupa Goswami and his followers, like Sri Kavi Karnapur in Anand Vrindavan Champu, they write about this Jhulan. Very briefly, I will tell you something. The description of Jhulan. We have heard the pastime of Jhulan, but today we don't have time to hear that pastime. But it is described that this Jhula is so special in Vrindavan. When Radha Govinda swing on this Jhula has the ability to have hundreds of manjaris and sakhis on the Jhula. It expands. So today we are trying to keep Radha Sham Sundar and Radha Vrachandra. It's actually true, it expands. And many sakhis and manjaris can come. And not only that, the Jhula not only swings back and forth, the Jhula also swings sideways and up and down. And when Radha and Krishna want to do their solitary pastimes, the Jhula also contracts. And only Radha and Krishna are comfortably sitting. These are the qualities our Acharyas have written in Vrindavan. This is how the Jhula is. And it is like this, beautifully decorated with lotus flowers and jasmines and mogra. And all this decoration is done by manjaris. Manjaris are the Palya Dasis, the maid servants of Srimati Radharani. So when we cook for Radha Vrajachandra, when we come and do all these decorations, we are actually being engaged in the Manjari Upasana. It is not some ordinary thing that you go to Michael's, go to Vivek Flowers and buy $650 flowers and decorate it, and that's it, it's done. No, this is Manjari Seva. This is what the Manjaris do in Golok Vrindavan. They decorate the beautiful swing in Swing Festival. And yes, Radharani she loves the Swing Festival, but she is very scared to sit with Krishna on the swing because Krishna is very naughty. Krishna doesn't like mundane life. Krishna likes excitement. So anything, when he swims with Radharani in Radhakund, he will play tricks. He will go underwater and pull Radharani. And our Shastra describes Radharani can barely swim. What can Radharani do? Barely. She can just get by. And Krishna is an expert swimmer. So Krishna tells Radharani, you just hold my shoulders, we will go to the middle of Radhakund. Don't worry, I will not be naughty. And when they go in the middle, it is said that Radhakund is very deep. And then Krishna just leaves Radharani and goes. Radharani is struggling. And then Krishna, to make matters worse, he goes underwater and pulls Radharani's lotus feet also. Very naughty, Krishna. Radharani has so much experience, she doesn't want to sit on the swing with Sham Sundar. So during Jhulan one day, the swing was arranged and Radharani came and Krishna came. And Radharani said, Krishna, you sit. I will swing you. I don't want to sit with you. So Krishna sat on the swing. Nice Jhula, he's sitting alone. And Radharani and all the Sakhis and Manjaris, they are swinging Sham Sundar. But sitting alone on a Jhula is boring. So Shri Krishna said, Radharani, you have to come and sit. This is your place. You come and sit with me. And Radharani said, no. You're too naughty. I don't know what you will do. So this is happening at Jhulan Ghat, which is near Ranga Devi's Kund next to Radha Kund. So around Radha Kund, there are the kunds of all the Ashtasakis. Near Ranga Devi's Kund, towards Radha Kund, there is a ghat called Jhulan Ghat. There is a swing there, and this pastime happened there. Our acharyas are writing. So the swing festival is going on. Krishna is sitting alone on the swing, and Radharani says, No, it's okay, you sit. And Krishna insists, no, Radharani, you have to come and sit with me. What is the use of Jhulan? It is Radha Govinda Jhulan. I'm not going to sit alone. Please come and sit. So all the Sakhis, they encourage Radharani. It's okay. This is Radha Kund. This is our place. He will not be very naughty. Don't worry. You sit. We are there. So encouraged by her Sakhis, Srimati Radharani goes and she sits next to Sham Sundar. Now there are three types of Sakhis. There are Sakhis who have Adhik Prem for Krishna, Sakhis who have Adhik Prem for Radharani, and Sakhis who are Madhyam. They are equal. So the Sakhis who have more love for Krishna, Krishna has told them that just Jhulan is boring. I want Jhulan and Holi together. So they have come with colors, all natural colors. They have spray instruments, syringes, pitchkari, and all natural colors. Somebody has got watermelon juice. Somebody has got mango juice. Somebody has got different kesar water. Someone has got different colors they bring to spray on each other. And then some gopis have got something called as color bombs. Color bombs. Alta, which Radharani uses to color her. So they take that in a liquid form and they keep it covered in a very thin membrane, little poking and little burst. And they tucked it under the pallu of their sari. And they came there armed with color bombs. Because Krishna had said that I want to have Holi with Jhulan. And now Srimati Radharani is sitting next to Govinda, Shyam Sundar. Radharani says, you with your feet, you kick the jhula too much and then it oscillates too much and I get very scared, I get dizzy. So you don't do, my sakhis will swing. Only what is tolerable for me. Yeah, no problem, Krishna says, no problem. And then, after some time, for some time, everything is nice. They are swinging on the swing, the manjaris are singing sweet songs, nice kirtan, playing nice musical instruments, veena, mridang, kartal, ityadi, everything is very nice, very serene on the banks of Radha. And then Krishna gives an indication to his gopis who are more loyal to him. And these gopis, they start pushing the swing harder and harder. And Lalita, Vishakha Sakhi, Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, Lavanga Manjari, they say, hey, stop, this is too much. But they don't listen. And they keep pushing the swing more and more and more. And now the swing is going 180 degrees like this. And Lalita Sakhi says to Krishna, what is this? You had promised you will not do this. Look at Radharani, she's so scared. Her eyes she's not even willing to open her eyes. She's petrified. Stop it. And Krishna says, oh Lalita, since childhood, I had a desire that I want to sit on this swing and I want to see Radha Kund ulta, like this. So he said, swing more. Swing more. I want to go so high that I want to go like this and see Radha Kund ulta. Look at the desire. This is the desire of Krishna. What a desire it is. I want to see Radha Kund ulta. So Lalita Sakhi says, Are Baba, do Shirsasana. Come down from the swing and do Shirsasana and you will fulfill your desire. And you will not trouble Radharani. Stop this. But Krishna says no. And with his feet, he starts pushing the swing and also makes himself flat like that. When you go flat, it goes faster, higher. Ooh, it's going and Radharani is feeling so scared. She's clinging on to Krishna, closing her eyes, not willing to open her eyes, very, very scared, hugging Krishna very tightly, having no other shelter. And Krishna is in bliss. Open your eyes, Radharani, look how Radha Kund looks ulta. Look, ulta. And Radharani says, no, I'm feeling dizzy. And then to make matters worse, Shri Krishna gives indication to his gopis, start Holi. Now, Rupa Manjari, Lavanga Manjari, Rati Manjari, Vilas Manjari, Kasturi Manjari, all these Ashta Manjaris, they say this is too much. We cannot let our Swamini go through this experience. So they slow the swing down. And Krishna is okay with that because that will give a chance to aim the color bomb better. So now the swing has slowed down. It's at a pleasant pace and the Holi starts. So first, they start throwing colors. Radharani simply looks at Indradev and Indradev starts showering Amrit, nectar from the heavens. Indra is a great devotee. We should not criticize Indra too much. He's a great devotee. He starts showering Amrit. So all the colors that this gopis are, Radharani doesn't want color during Jhulan. It's too much, it will go into her eyes. Radharani is very soft nature, very, very sweet, very sensitive, and very loving. How is Radharani? Very loving. She doesn't like all this rough, musty play. So the Amrit is showering so nicely that whenever these Krishna's gopis are throwing color, all the color is pushed down by the Amrit rain. Shant. It's not reaching Radharani. So then Krishna's gopis, they say, now is the time for color bomb. This rain of Amrit cannot stop our color bombs from hitting Radha and Krishna. So there are thousands of them. they have surrounded from all sides, and they tell the Ashtamanjaris, our Rup Sanatan Goswami, they are Goswamis in Gaur Leela, but who we are reading about. But in Krishna Leela, they are Manjaris. So now there is a challenge. They say, look what we got. And they show them color bombs. They said, now your Radharani cannot escape. She will have to be drenched in these colors with Sham Sundar. And they said, no, let her come from the swing, come down from the swing. Radharani is not prepared. This is not a holy day. We have put her nice clothes. Her clothes will get spoiled. Her makeup will get spoiled. You should tell us. Then we will come prepared for Holi. Radharani has, our Swamini has separate wardrobe for Holi. This is not one. So you cannot do Holi today. They said, no, we are going to throw color and let's see how you can protect Radharani. So now there are thousands of gopis armed with color bombs. And they start throwing the color at both Krishna and Radharani because they think they will enjoy. And Krishna is enjoying. So color bombs come and hit Krishna and he's drenched with those color and Krishna is enjoying. And our acharyas describe that not a drop of color, not one color bomb even came close to Srimati Radharani. And they explain why. Because there were 8 Manjaris, headed by Rupa Manjari, Lavanga Manjari, Rati Manjari, who were surrounding the Rath, and every time any of the 1,000 gopis would throw a color bomb, they would jump and either deflect it on Krishna or take it on their own body. Haribol! And the Manjaris are so expert that they did not let even one color bomb hit Srimati Radharani. And in this way, the beautiful swing festival of Radha Govinda went on. Then everybody was singing sweet songs glorifying Radha Krishna, and they were showering flower petals on them, which Radharani enjoys very much. She likes Pushpa Abhishek. She doesn't like color bomb Abhishek. So in this way, there are many Jhulan pastimes. This is just one of them. And I thought today on the first Jhulan festival of Shri Radha Shyam Sundar and Radha Braja Chandra, we should speak something about their Jhulan pastimes. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Shri Srila Goswami Pad ki. Nitai Gaur Haribol. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.